So the WNBA Commissioner is Cathy Engelbert. I actually think, all in all, from everything I've read, from everything I've seen with this league, from everything I've seen with her, I actually think she's a damn good commissioner. Do I think she's David Stern level? No. No one's ever going to be David Stern level. Do I think she's better than Adam Silver? Yeah. I think she's better than Adam Silver. But it is very clear that there's one major mistake Cathy Engelbert made. And if you agree with this video, subscribe. We're trying to hit 26.3k subscribers by the end of the day. Either way, her one mistake was not realizing that the Caitlin Clark effect was not just a fad, that it was here and it was going to stay. Because she did not realize that. If you're looking at anything from Cathy Engelbert, anything she said, heck, even a few days ago, I don't like bringing up TV broadcasts just because for copyright reasons they can be a bit iffy. But basically she's talking about the growth of the league. And she said something that we've already touched on this channel, but it wasn't from her. It was from the chief marketing officer. Is that at the very start of the year, she said she did not realize the Caitlin Clark effect was as big as it was. And that she didn't realize Caitlin Clark was going to be this good this quick. And she also didn't realize Angel Reese was going to be this good this quick. And I'm not going to lie, no one realized Angel Reese was going to be this good this quick. Like, that has to be as big a story as any. That what Angel Reese has done is absolutely incredible. Like, Angel Reese has been, for lack of better words, a complete revelation. Like, she is making it a race with the best rookie guard we've ever seen. That's just so impressive from Angel Reese. But what Caitlin Clark has done is crazy. The fact that we've seen the chief marketing officer say they didn't want to push Caitlin Clark too much too early because they didn't think she was going to be this good. And you're seeing it now with the Fever. I think the Fever are being told, no, you are pushing Caitlin Clark. This is what you're doing. You are pushing Caitlin Clark. If you're going to do nothing else, that is what you are doing. Because they kind of did like a poor job of it at the start of the year. And it does seem like it was from the marketing, maybe themselves, maybe it was WNBA marketing, but they didn't they didn't push her whatsoever. And that the goal was to try use the Caitlin Clark hype to try push other players. You can see that their marketing strategy was, Caitlin Clark will bring eyes to this league, but we need to push A'ja Wilson. We need to push these players because when Caitlin Clark struggles, people aren't going to stay. So they need to be watching these other players. So we need to, in the first 10 games, make sure Caitlin Clark plays against all our biggest stars as quickly as possible before the hype dies down. And if anything, the hype has increased because Caitlin Clark is now unbelievable. And a lot of people are like, oh, the logo trees aren't there. She sucks. Like, the sign of a good player is when one thing is not working. Even when one thing's not working, she just decides, you know what, the logo threes aren't working. Okay, I'm going to somehow mid-season develop a post-game. I'm going to equip a brand new dribble move. I'm going to do a 2K thing and equip a brand new dribble move. And just start breaking people's ankles with behind-the-back dribbles. I'm going to start spamming behind-the-back dribbles against Dallas and break the assist record. Like, it is scary how good Caitlin Clark is. Like, and that's the thing. The funniest part of it all is people are all like, oh, she's not what you expected. Yeah, the people had no idea what they were talking about saying she was going to be the best right away. Yeah, she's not that good. But she's the best. She's in the argument for second best player. I don't think she is, but you can argue it. I think I said it earlier in a video that if you saying Kennedy Carter is the second best player in the WNBA, in my opinion, is wild, but it's not completely ridiculous and not potential or not inarguable. And it's the same with Caitlin Clark. That's how high of a level player she is. But it is one of those things where it just does show the one major misplay from Cathy Engelbert. And you're seeing what they're doing now. Like, when she was being interviewed at the start of the year, a lot of the time she was trying to, more so than anything, like, shift the focus from Caitlin Clark onto other players. Shift the focus from Caitlin Clark onto the league. And I think they've realized, the marketing side, I think everyone's realized that Caitlin Clark, the league goes where Caitlin Clark goes, and that they've seen all the upturn in every single part of the league, in every section. They've seen every team getting more viewers. As I've said, a random Dallas versus Atlanta game with both teams in an injury crisis, two tanking teams, no, not necessarily tanking teams, two of the two worst teams in the WNBA was pulling in similar viewers to an Aces Liberty game last year in the finals. That's something they did not expect. And yeah, the Caitlin Clark effect might bring 3 million viewers to Caitlin Clark. And maybe those 3 million viewers don't stay. But if 200,000 of those 3 million extra viewers stay, that's still doubling the audience for half of the games for the WNBA. And I think that's what she's realized. And again, as I showed in my last video, the Indiana Fever were more viewed as a team than the Dallas Mavericks and Boston Celtics during the stretch of the NBA playoffs. Like, we'll never see anything like this before. We've never seen anything like this before in women's basketball. We're never going to see anything like this again. We're never going to see something like this again. So, and I think the WNBA are realizing it. And I think the players also are realizing at All-Star Weekend, we need to just get playing with her. We need to bring her. Like, we saw it with Phoenix. We've seen what the Liberty are doing. We've seen how Arike has been talking about Caitlin Clark. I think these players just being around her have realized that, okay, all the crap that comes alongside Caitlin Clark has nothing to do with her. I wouldn't be surprised if behind the scenes she has said to these, I doubt Caitlin Clark has said it, but I would say Aaliyah Boston, who's really respected, went to South Carolina, is one of their best players ever. I wouldn't be surprised if Aaliyah Boston's going like behind the scenes to all these players being like, look, she's not like this at all. Just get to know her at All-Star Weekend. She's absolutely not like this. And she's just for her own mental sake just trying to ignore that side of the fans. So she's not going to address anything. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if word's gotten around. Because again, this is a small league. Players know everyone. They played in college. That word's gotten around from other teams, other players to be like, no, she's got absolutely nothing to do with this. Like, she's one of the most likable players in the team. Let's just not, let's realize that it's not her fault. And let's put the blame where it is, the section of racists that cling onto her. But yeah, this is crazy. This is a crazy out situation. And it is good. As much as it's mad that she's admitting it, but it makes so much sense that she got it massively wrong, by the way. Like, Kathy Engelbert got it massively wrong, thinking that Caitlin Clark was not the real deal, and thinking that unless Caitlin Clark, they shoved other players down your throat due to Caitlin Clark's popularity, the league would fail. She's realised that. And I'm still shocked about the Player of the Month thing. I'm still shocked about that. I think there are still some people in the WNBA that are not the biggest fans of Caitlin Clark that are still going to blame her for what a couple of racists say. A much smaller percentage of people than you think as well. But yeah, it is what it is. Very interesting. But anyway, that is the video. I gotta run. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.